Happy Tea Day! Today I am drinking Host Community's Micro Brew Cocoa. I really like this brand, and just so you know, I don't get money from these teas that I promote. I don't get money from anything except the patches and biofeedback. So you can trust my opinion regarding tea because I don't get money for it. Today's kind of a crazy day because I took my tripod and my phone holder and my microphones with me when I interviewed Lisa from the interview that I aired last week, and now it's somewhere and I don't remember where it is. So I am kind of winging it, which I feel like is life now, just winging it. That's how I live. Yeah. So lately, this has lion's mane and cocoa, both which have great health benefits. And I meant to look up the benefits of lion mane before this aired, and I forgot to. So you can look it up for yourself, or maybe I'll add it in the comments. So lion's mane and cocoa, yum. And I added stevia because I am still weak and I need something to make things sweet. So when we moved here last year, we were finishing up our homeschool curriculum, and then over the summer we had to take some classes in order to catch up with the school that we were going to be enrolled in for the fall. So we were moving in, and that was crazy and hectic, and homeschooling 5 kids and just insane. And then I thought I'd have a break over the summer to organize, but instead of that, I had to teach one kid first form Latin. I had to help another kid with intermediate logic. We missed introductory logic, so that was challenging, just having that jump into the intermediate. But he managed well and ended up just, teaching himself, basically using the videos himself and learning independently, which at that age is what he's really good at and should be doing. So that was a lot, and then making sure the kids were doing their math over the summer. It was just a very non-traditional summer for us, and I got virtually no cleaning or organizing done. It was another just trying to survive season. So now that I have my first real summer in the new house, I am trying really hard to clean and organize. But we've been so busy with trips that it's been hard. Today was a cleaning day. I know I saw those speakers somewhere, but I don't remember where. But one of the trips that I just recently took was the Gospel Coalition for Women conference. And I would definitely recommend anyone go to that in particular, but any conference where you can feed your soul and have time to just glean from others and spend time maybe away from the hectic day-to-day schedule that you have. For me, it was great because I got to spend time with a dear friend. I met up with 2 other friends who I haven't seen in a long time, and that was great. And it was just a real time of refreshment, just sitting and listening and not being distracted by the cares of daily life and not having to worry about feeding the kids and keeping them alive, because most of them can keep themselves alive at this point, but my husband was here to take care of them and make sure they didn't die. Yay! So that was a really nice time, very refreshing. Something I haven't done in years and years and years is go on a retreat. I don't think I've gone on one since before I had kids. It's just been a really long time, and I needed it, and it was definitely good for me, which in turn is good for my family. It was called Behold and Believe. This is the book that they gave us. It's not really a book, it's just like a who's who and notes and what was going on. But anyway, this is the picture that we saw everywhere and behind the speakers as they were talking, and yeah, it was really good. It was Encountering Jesus as the Great I Am, and I ended up walking away with so many books, of course, because you're there and you have a little bit of time to look at the books. And then you buy the books because you think, oh, if I have this book, I'll read it and then I'll know what's inside of it. And sometimes that happens. So my goal, along with the woman I went with, is to finish all the books that we actually purchased. The books they gave us, I feel like, I don't have to read those, but I might. But to finish all the books we can from the conference by the next time they have one. And they have the women's one every 2 years, so that's the goal. I've got 2 years to read those books, which I think is achievable even in my season of life. And ideally read like a fiction book in between, because I just really need to get back into the routine of reading again, and you can't make time, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, and when I was there, I was talking to one of my friends who also uses the patches, and she suggested using some in particular for my drive home, because after this conference, where I actually was really sleep deprived, despite not having kids around or my daily responsibilities, just because it's hard to unwind at the end of the day, and then it's not always easy to sleep well away from home. So I was definitely sleep deprived driving home, and I had to take, it was a good 6 hours plus stops, starting at after 3 in the afternoon. So I definitely needed something to help me with that, and I did not want to take caffeine because that would keep me up all night and kind of defeat the purpose. And also, sometimes when I'm driving, I don't think caffeine's really that great at keeping me awake. I've heard it's sometimes better to just eat an apple than to try to drink coffee for the caffeine. So the patches that I used were the Energy Enhancer, which is generally good at helping you handle long days, and also the X49. I did not want to mess around on a drive that was hundreds of miles with my son in the car, because one of my kids ended up coming and staying with his friends. But yeah, that was just really helpful in getting me through that long drive without falling asleep, without nodding off, without feeling like I was just too exhausted to do it. So those are my patch plugs for the week. Energy Enhancer X39. This is specifically made for endurance, and this is for workout recovery, but it's also great for cardio and bones. So I recommend those for anyone who wants help with those. So thank you for joining me. If you have any questions about this conference, I would be happy to answer them. You can comment or message me. And if anyone is on the fence about going, if you're a woman, I definitely suggest going. And if you're a man, they have a co-ed one every year, but I'm not as familiar with that one. So anyway, happy Tea Day. I hope you have a lovely week, and I hope I get some organizing done.